oh, if I was this hero right now, it would be so much better. That's what they gotta find. I don't know if Coddle is that answer. He used to be one of these heroes we'd look towards in these situations. He can just buy you so much time. He's really good against all physical lineups with the blind too.
Yeah, maybe you go into something like that and like a Medusa, so you have some late game, all right, this is just going to be our answer. But even that just feels bad against like everything that they've got.
There's Bloodseeker, he's kind of okay. He has good follow-ups against the Cold Embrace. He can just silence people, and he has decent wave clear with the Blood Right too.
I mean, again, it's just when you see this Drow Ranger pick with the Weaver, it's a threat that needs to be addressed. It's just so much pressure that comes onto your lanes very rapidly, and if you don't have an answer to it, the game can just end. And it's different than the type of ending that we saw in the last one, where it was a bunch of summons that were all going in there. Now you've got the heroes themselves that are the problem. Wraith King.
How bad do they want Visage? That's the question.
Visage or Venge?
Visage. Because if you really want Visage, you can just pick it here, right? Because you don't want to get banned out.
Right.
But then you have the 10th pick, so you kind of want that option. But they could also do support Weaver because they have a Drow Ranger. So then they could pick a different hero for Universe if they wanted to in the 10th pick.
So they would still have flexibility in that way. Yeah, that feels like it's the type of thing that Fnatic value in a draft.
The type of thing Envy thinks of. They'll never see the support Weaver coming back. But it's going to be the DJ Wind Ranger. Oh, a feisty pick. No Venge, but that's okay, because DJ slays on this hero. And it's a lot of magic nuke, which some of the Venge doesn't. He kind of has, but the range is a lot better on the Wind Ranger, and you can kind of punish the Ghost Shroud.
It gives you that kind of initiation that you might need in the mid game. If things start to fall off in terms of like, I think that with taking down the outer tier 2 towers, which should be capable to happen by Fnatic, that should give Wind Ranger enough to get into a Blink Dagger, and then you can start just finding pickoffs on these heroes left, right, and center.
And it is still flexible. It could be for Abed in the mid lane, and they can still go back for something like that Venge if they feel like they have a chance for a good Roche or something.
Right.
So lots of role possibilities here for Fnatic. Now, VGJ Thunder, the Wraith King, I'm not 100% sold on. He does nothing against wave clear. Like, he can't wave clear himself. I feel like his itemization is very difficult against a Drow strat because he wants a Blink Dagger to get on top of the Drow. But then if he gets a BKB, if he gets a Blade Mail, is it really going to work that well? They're just going to walk away from you when it's on.
Right.
I don't think there's any spells you're really going to slap down to and do all this damage back or something. So he basically has to go for the Radiance build. And that feels like a hard thing to do this game. But they will go back for the Zeus, who has looked pretty strong today, even though he didn't close out the game that we saw him in.
Yeah, and I think that you look at the types of heroes that you've got, and it does feel like just sending that Wraith King into the middle of all of them could be good. If you manage to get a Radiance, that's damage mitigation. That's so good because of the mischance on all those heroes. Because it's all right clicks pretty much, but it's again that problem of getting to that point. He probably needs another item before he can just go straight into the Radiance, and that feels tough to get in a game that's going to have this type of tempo.
Axeman.
That's nifty.
And they are looking towards a Visage last here. I guess because the Abed hero is still in there, so they probably are. I mean, the assumed Abed hero.
I mean, the other thing is that he could just skip waves or whatever, which would be hard to deal with. And then that puts the pressure on him in another way. 4 ranged heroes with Drow.
And it'll be a 5th, I'm sure. VGJ Thunder, what are they missing in there? They don't have good Roche fight either. Ugh, God. They don't have any. I don't see any answers to Drow in this lineup. I guess Axe would have been kind of okay, but they certainly need some sort of AoE chance at the Roche pit. I would think, unless they just crush their lanes, which isn't something we've really talked about so far, so that's pretty important. And they will eventually go back for the Bloodseeker, so I do like this. I thought that would have been a good, even 3rd pick, but they find it at the end anyway, and they'll ban out the SF. There were so many good heroes here.
Yeah, a lot of answers. If you wanted to, you can just go back for something like a Storm for Fnatic, ensure the late game with Abed.
That's true. So, Storm, Templar Assassin, Visage, they have their complete pick of the litter. This is a nice example of, you can kind of see exactly what is a Fnatic value. When there's, all of the options in the pool. Right. You really get this idea of, oh, okay, so the next time you're banning, and you need to pick out the Abed hero, this is pretty much the primo draft to look at and be like, okay, clearly this is their favorite.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the other thing, though, is that it might just be what they prefer against VGJ Thunder. But I think that, you default to the thing that you feel most comfortable with, particularly at the end of a long day. even if they weren't playing, the amount of mental energy it takes to keep up with 4 streams simultaneously and track the meta, that's a lot of work that these teams are putting in constantly. So
how does this draft fail from Fnatic right now? Basically, I'd say maybe not securing the first Roche could hurt them. If they lose a couple team fights in a row, but the team fighting isn't that crazy. They just have like run at you heroes right now from VGJ Thunder. So they could use like a stopgap hero, like someone who can kind of like stand there and slow that down.
Could go like Phoenix support and then have Weaver in the, run those two together. It'd be a little bit weird, Wyvern Phoenix support combo, but it is just going to be the Visage you were talking about.
Yeah, that's definitely the assumed one.
Yeah.
Okay. He is a pretty good tank. He can kind of play this frontliner. He gets an extra summon. I feel like if you just let Fnatic pick 5 heroes, this is the 5 they'd pick.
Yeah.
If they, Fnatic, they're up against the Devil, playing for the golden Dota 2 game. Every one of your heroes becomes solid gold, and they need to defeat the Devil with 5 heroes. This is what Envy draws up. He's like, all right, what's my strat? It's a Drow strat. I'm Eternal in Envy. I got a Drow set. I got Drow style.
You're not calling VGJ Thunder the Devil in this example.
I didn't say I wasn't. No, the Devil has to be like the greatest opponent you've ever faced, so clearly it's not VGJ Thunder.
Oh, no. No.
You set that up, not me. I'm
That's fair enough. I mean, Fade going to be playing Zeus this time around. DDC Rubik. So a little bit of a mix-up. Sylar on the Wraith King. All right, let's see it. Let's go.
I think he needs to be like the big farm hero this game, so I definitely agree with that decision. I think he needs Radiance for sure. I don't think your Necrophos is buying it.
Wow, that Necro item.
It's a sick item against Drow Lamps too, like the Radiance. But yeah, that Necro Scythe is awesome.
Well, we're hopping into this game number 2, the final heat. TI8, day 1 of the group stages. Not going to give any spoilers as to what's happening, but I will give a quick little tidbit here. After DJ was playing that Earth Spirit at the very same time, apparently Crit was also playing it.
Dude, I knew it. I knew it.
Happening.
I knew it. People doubted me. I said it was being spammed. I said it would happen. I said the hero was back. He's back, guys. I'm glad that hero was dead for like 2 years. It kind of gives you I guess it wasn't 2 years. It feels like it was 2 years, but it hasn't actually been that long. But it's nice to see him back when he's not like super broken. I feel like the hero is at this point where you need like ridiculous skill to make it work.
I will say it hurt to have him like occasionally be picked and still get nerfed every single patch.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like he was... Ice Frog does not like Earth Spirit. That has become quite clear to me.
Can you imagine what he was like when he first came in still?
Oh, like, God, he was...
Grip being able to be cast on allies at level 1. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it was good times. Jerax made a name for himself, that guy.
That was the best way to troll your allies. I mean, come on now. You just pull them onto a cliff.
Look at this. DJ, he was like, yo, man, you pick me, Wind Ranger, I'll tip you. Come on, dude. Help me out.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. See... That was the strat back in the day. You cliff your other support onto a cliff.
Get a free ward.
You tell them, all right, you know what? If you don't buy these wards, you're staying here.
It's a pretty solid strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hostage negotiations. Perfect.
That's how you build team morale.
I think that's correct. I'm going to go with that.
To win, baby. So, it is going to be a movement down here bottom. VGJ, Thunder going to try and secure themselves.
Oh, spotted.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
Envy too fast. Yeah, there's the tip. He's like, yeah, Envy's so good, dude. You got that ward down? Thanks, man. Thanks for helping the team.
That's right. And it should be Fnatic pretty easy secural of these top 2 bounty runes. I don't think they're going to come and contest for bottom, and we'll see what the ward situation is like. But as far as sort of lane setups, is it kind of what we're expecting, or is it kind of what we were expecting?
Yeah, I think so. Support Zeus looked like the most likely case, and that's what we'll get to go with DDC on the Rubik, and Bloodseeker mid versus the Visage. Yeah, I don't see why you'd send anyone else there. Looks good.
Okay. Do you need to be careful about how you go for the D ward down bottom here so you don't reveal your own ward? But it might just be inevitable, and it's probably worth it still just to get the D ward and then threaten his universe, dealing some damage to DDC at the start.
I think with the lane setup, they don't have to anyway, honestly. They'll just come D-ward it later when the support makes a rotation. They'll just bring a sentry just for the gold, and Wyvern's one who's actually bought it. Kylie die.
30 seconds in, and here we go. Early Winter's, or rather Splinter Blast, if they want to go for it. They spot each other out. Hello, hello.
Yeah, he's in a risky spot, so he doesn't want to go for the Splinter's Blast, just go for the Arctic Burn. And look how much damage this hero does, ladies and gentlemen. This is why Wyvern is just the greatest.
I think DDC blocked him a little bit in there. It looked like there was some pathing issues why he didn't just go right back up. But regardless, it is a lot of damage on there early, and what they're facing off is a tri-lane. And again, it's Envy being the one that's sacrificed.
And we'll see just how quick he can catch up. He's going to get his Wyvern now, and this will be the 2 lanes that we were anticipating here. And they allowed Envy to get a really quick 2, and Paladai shows up, has the ward. Easy game.
Nice. Very well picked up there, as can go for another Arctic Burn in a second. And I mean, it's a really cool strategy too with the Winter Wyvern, because you sort of get the double value out of it. Arctic Burn is great for trading the regen, and you make sure that you get good regen trades in both of your side lanes first.
Yeah, and what's important about Winter Wyvern and why the hero is so good inside these dual lanes now is because she has like that same idea of Crystal Maiden, where it's like there's so much value per hero. Right. You know, you should be able to get every Splinter Blast onto both heroes, and every time you activate Arctic Burn, and it lasts so long that you can definitely get the debuff on both of them. And it's just an absurd amount of damage. Now, here's that thing you were talking about where you don't want to reveal your Observer Ward, because Fade, although he just made a huge play, he actually walks in time to block off the small camp. Very nicely done.
Wow.
And one thing Paladai also did, though, is he did block off the hard camp, too, in case they get one pull off. He doesn't want them to get a second one if he leaves Envy alone here.
Well, and they're also able to make sure that they get the full creep wave pulled back to him, Fade, by using the bolt, and that makes sure that the lane equilibrium is into the favor of VGJ Thunder, at least for the moment. As they try and get another pull, not quite going to work that time either. And yeah, sort of standing pat while the missiles are thrown all over the place. A lot of right-click damage onto Envy. Zeus is dealing significant damage at this point, and with one more hit, it's almost enough. Can they kill him off in time? The creeps, actually, and rather the damage over time from Wraithfire Blast killed him off.
Wow. All right, solid start. Raping, I think, most important hero of this game, has to somehow become threatening. First Blood is a great way to get that going. In the top lane, this very aggressive dual lane of the Weaver and the Wind Ranger has not yet secured a kill. It's a bit tough because it is a Necrophos, who's one of the trickier ones to be playing up against, but they're also against a DDC Rubik, who is staying alive somehow.
Yang does not have any points in Ghost Shroud.
That's good, because they definitely need a kill up here.
I mean, they realize that there's not another hero in this lane. Rubik actually rotating all the way towards mid right now. See if he can do something to possibly help out against Abed. But
yeah, Wyvern's drawing a line saying he did something like this, but Rubik's actually nice and tight here, and Abed kind of predicting that.
Playing it safe.
I mean, it's pretty hard to even make something happen with this Rubik right now. I'm not sure what he's hoping to achieve here. At this point, he might as well just secure the 4-minute rune.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's going to end up doing.
Oh, he gets in. But I will get a grab, so some harass here.
Oh, Visage very fast after he gets the Grave Chill off, and the rune is going to be top the Illusion. Not the best one in the world, but also not the worst. Maybe uses it to stack up some camps or something.
Yeah, can probably make a play happen too, where you like bait out some spells from the Wind Ranger and the Weaver.
Okay. Yang trying to do the pull. DJ will deny that from him. Exactly what you want to have happen, and in the bottom lane, Paladai is going to be able to secure this
top lane.
pull.
Look at these body blocks from DDC. He's holding them back. Oh, he has to use the shackle just for that, but then the lift comes out.
DJ in some trouble, but they do bring in the Weaver now, and Universe. The salve up, actually, DJ could think about coming back in here and doing some extra damage, but he's just going to TP bottom, where instead they're going to be battling. Paladai goes down. Fade able to find that kill, but now he's in no man's land and will be punished as the shackle comes out. He does have a TP, but instead steals out a bit more damage to Envy before he falls.
Can't quite get that last hit.
5-minute mark, DDC.
Secured. Nice play.
And Universe, he's not going to try and go for it. So
these bounty runes are just so important. Like, when you're playing these position 5s, especially someone like Rubik, who like doesn't really want to be position 5, you need these bounty runes. Because like suddenly DDC is enough for boots. Hello?
What?
What the hell? Alright. You know, sometimes you're just like shift queuing and not looking at your hero.
Yeah.
I think that's what just happened.
I don't think either of them were looking at it. Both were looking somewhere else.
Just wards.
That feels bad.
I just think DDC is still standing on top of him. He's like, yeah, he's still here.
This is the weirdest little interaction that I've seen in a while out of support movement. But it will be Rubik heading back up top. No more ward, looking sheepish. And Abed going to be able to secure himself an okay time. I mean, you kind of need to give Abed a little bit more help now, considering that Freeze is level 6. It's a scary time, at least until Visage is able to get 6 himself.
Yeah, defend yourself with the birds. But Siler's still looking pretty good down here. Last hit's on point with his mid laner. They are denying a lot out of Eternal Envy here. Speaking of denying 16 for the Bloodseeker, but bottom lane, it is another go here, and I don't think the support rotations are going to be enough. Like, they've spent so much already on Envy, he just goes for last hits.
Yeah, you know what you need to do. Meanwhile, Freeze gets one last touch there from him after the rupture, and just goes to show you cannot deal with the DD'd Visage. It's a lot of damage, and as soon as the rupture wears off, look at the punches onto DDC. He's going down.
Yeah.
Abed turns around the gank and gets his 6. Huge plays.
It did cost them Envy down bottom, though, because that Wyvern wasn't there to rotate. So that is the price they pay, but certainly worth it when this is your sacrificial core versus the most farmed hero on the enemy team, and it's more space over to Universe here, who's essentially your true carry right now to pair up with the Visage.
Yeah. Well, the helm about to be completed. It is now done.
7 minutes, so we'll see if they can perfect this again. Last match, one of the best Visage kind of like follow-around games you'll watch. Very clinical, very to the point, so see if they can continue with that. I think the one good thing that they have going for them is that Bloodseeker is extremely chaotic, and so is Zeus. So that might be able to disrupt their flow a little. Yeah.
Chaos able to just throw a little bit of those wrenches into their...
Usually the strength of Eternal Envy. The chaos has now been turned against him.
I mean, that's what they need, right?
This is very anime. I believe this is what he needs.
And Universe is level 6 now, so very hard to kill this guy off. They do have the Rubik in the area. He's only level 3 on DDC.
Yeah, he just has the TP.
God, that feels so bad. And he doesn't even get like any of the experience from it either.
Yeah, at least he only went Shrine, so he's still here.
Okay.
But the ward's going to spot him instantly. Hello.
Abed picks up a...
Oh, well, there you go. Ward instantly denied.
Yeah.
Or dewarded, rather.
Wyvern is also very, very broke right now. No boots to the name, just a tango and a prayer.
Even broken heroes can be broke.
Oh, DDC. He might be going down. Yang is moving in. I don't want to use it. Instead, it's going to be DDC that goes down.
Yep.
So Pilot Die able to escape. And again, mid lane, all this action up top means that they can pressure this tier 1 tower.
He just keeps purging them. Get wrecked. Little Satyr Banisher.
Oh, man.
What are you going to do?
Radiant's bottom tower.
I mean, is really blood raging yourself even that great? Like, I guess you get the heals from it, but it's a rough one. Oh no, Yang, no TP yet. He does have it if they want to use it, but there's going to be the gust. The right click's coming in. Isn't enough damage? Not quite in time, but still forced back again in lane. The pings are there. They want to try and
just
run it off it.
They need this.
They need it real bad. Resummon. They turn. They try and take down Freeze. He's taking so much damage. These birds are just killing him off. And meanwhile, Abed is eventually going to fall. If he loses his birds here, this would be tragic. But he does manage to get the stun off in time.
Well, they're going to bring all of their heroes here. And Pilot Eye is the best hero for this situation, though. He already has 2 points in the Splinter Blast. That is always a 7-second cooldown. And he's got enough damage to hold back this wave and make sure there's no hope of a push, especially with the heroes that VGJ Thunder have, honestly. So this will help him get towards 6, which basically means the Tome can go to anyone right now for the Radiant side. Yeah. Maybe Envy, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point. His level 6 matters a lot. But Bounty Runes going to be next on the docket, I would assume. It does look like Yang is in a position to secure the bottom ones, and Fnatic only get 1 for Universe, while Fade picked up the other.
He will find the Invis rune up top, though. So thanks to their Observer Ward, he knows that's there for his bottle.
Oh, Fade. They got bugs on him. Man's going to take a lot of damage. They still have time lapse available, and with, oh god, the bugs and the birds.
Yeah, and then an Invis rune. Aha.
Jeez.
They need this Tome on the Rubik, too. Needs a 6. I think it's more important than the Zeus for sure. And I think, is that it flying? Yeah, it's it coming out now. So now they can actually play versus this Weaver. And Envy, likewise, will be gifted a little bit of knowledge here.
He gets level 7 now off of that. It is surprising. I mean, and in a way, it feels like it's almost being played in the support role more by Envy right now. He is almost behind DJ.
This is pretty much how Drought works right now, though. Is that like you get punished, you sacrifice yourself, and then your aura is supposed to enable the other 4 heroes.
Yang tries to stay alive, wasn't able to get the Reaper's Scythe off. I think that he was actually mid-animation on that one.
Yeah, and they have the Precision Aura toggled on right now. All that damage in the birds.
This is a ridiculous amount, and Fade looking like he's going to fall. They give the kill to DJ. They do rupture Abed again, but is this really what you want to try and do? He's going to TP away from them, Shackle again.
Freeze needs to be a little bit careful here. Their turnaround potential for sure.
Oh my god, he gets power shot DJ. Triple on the Wind Ranger with no regard for human life.
Drow Ranger. Just like in the jungle, giving so much damage to your team right now. I mean, this is peak performance, right? You're just level 7, you have the ulti, giving 36 damage at under 12 minutes. Yeah. That's absurd.
Oh, DDC. He does steal time lapse and tries to get out of there, but the birds are chasing again. God, every time they're going at you, it's like you can feel death coming.
Oh, don't do it, man. Why'd you do it?
Oh, he's trying to live.
What's the curse gonna do? Why? Why, Pile die? You know it's coming. You know it's your destiny. It's in your name. Why do you throw the curse?
That's fair enough.
Why do you do this to me?
And Abed just resummons anyways. Yeah, it's not the best. But, I mean, you know, Pile die, he's been here before. He's gotten himself boots now. He's feeling pretty rich.
Alright, so that was a great moment. They got themselves a triple kill. However, the game is certainly still relatively even. Nothing too crazy. Now they've moved down here with this Wraith King, all those skeletons. That's going to get a tower with ease.
Yeah, this is what Sylar needs to do, and he did go for the armlet build. A little surprised by that one, but okay. If he can get into that in the Blink Dagger, it feels like you have a chance to just blow up one hero, which is be the Drow Ranger again.
I mean, there's no doubt that the Radiance is risky, that because like right now they are snowballing pretty hard from the side of Fnatic, so he would be still very far away from Radiance. Nice
stun. Follow-up damage will be there. He gets the kill. Are the skeletons going to be turned against him? No, no Winter's Curse for 15 seconds.
Aha!
That's true.
Surely the skeletons would have secured that.
And in the meantime, though, this sort of continued force of Abed could be something that's scary. I think that Sylar is starting to do enough where he can get towards that position where he can carry the game. Like, level 10 already.
Yeah.
Has that attack speed talent, a ton of damage. He's the highest net worth in the game. It's the potential.
You can tell he's a true grinder for the team because he's level 6 on his Wraith King, but he doesn't have any points in the relics, so you know he doesn't even enjoy it.
Oh no, Yang. Universe very low. Oh, the stuns! It saves the life. Universe, no! Is gonna die though. As the TP took too long. I'm not sure exactly where he was TPing to. It didn't look like it was Fountain, but nonetheless, he goes down.
It's a relatively even exchange there. Slightly better for the Radiant side.
Yeah.
DDC down bottom has the time lapse. Not the skill he probably wanted from Weaver.
Yeah.
Doesn't let him be quite as irritating. Alright, there we go. Splinter Blast. Get out! Abandon!
Oh, the jukes! The jukes, the jukes, the jukes.
Wow. The odds of that.
Yeah.
That was painful.
There are only a couple directions you can go around that tree, and they picked the wrong one.
I mean, it's just like that perfect timing, too.
Yeah.
Like, half a second either way, or even less than that, and he would have been good. He still hasn't TP'd out
the... This guy is crazy. What is he doing?
Guys, I can get them to use... What? DJ's...
They thought that there was going to be follow-up to that, I guess.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
Alright. Alright. Why does it look like he's a DD all the time? This is Bo? This is something.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Is it like a drow effect that I didn't hear about or something? I don't know.
Either way.
Yeah.
No kill.
And pops the shrine, does have the veil. So a little bit of extra armor. You know, by and large, it does not look that terrible for VGJ Thunder. I think that they have the heroes that are going to allow them to defend against the push. I guess my question is, does Fnatic kind of scale better? Because they do have these, you know, sort of fourth core in a Wind Ranger.
Yeah, I think they have better late game outside of VGJ Thunder.
Okay.
You know, unless Wyvern like makes giant plays. I think the Rubik's really nice. The Zeus is definitely something you can never count out because of Nimbus, and then the combo with the Bloodseeker is very strong. So I do like it heading late, as long as they can stay even. But I think if Fnatic get any sort of a realistic lead, which can definitely happen, then it's just a drought lineup. Even if the VGJ Thunder play well, they can still be behind like 5 or 6K, and I don't know if they have the heroes to really come back from that.
Right.
They don't have any big team fighters. There's no like Echo Slam or something coming out here. As Sylar blinks in, destroys the courier, and gets the helm creep, but will he pay for it here?
Does have Reincarnation still going to be coming back in just a second. Pylai Die has the Winter's Curse. There's a couple heroes grouped together on the side of VGJ Thunder. Universe running as well. The bugs are going to go out, and they decide to turn it now onto Sylar himself, as all the skeletons, all the everybody is trying to bring him down, find the kill. They take the Rubik as well. VGJ Thunder just being ran at here, as they do have the Blade Mail, but not nearly enough damage to cause any kind of threat to Fnatic, who run right into Roche.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let the guy go, but they went into Save Your Buddy Syndrome, and they all died for it.
And it just goes to show, if they're in a position where they can just right-click heroes, they're gonna be doing well, as Dire do manage to take down the Tier 1 tower top.
Nice.
It's something. Last game, I don't think they got a tower, and they got 2 so far.
But first Roche, Drow Strat, goes your way. A+. Check that off on the flow chart. And now we move in towards securing tier 2s with first Aegis, and then we get Aegis and Cheese, and we go high ground.
Right.
That is the game plan. Another good thing for them is that Fade, being a support Zeus, thinks he's going to have a harder time getting towards any sort of Aghanim Scepter. He also didn't go towards the Aether Lens either with his Arcane boost. He's just going in for a Kaya.
Huh. I mean, benefits, negatives.
I think his mentality here is probably just for dealing with the waves, I guess, right? That just gives him like less mana cost, a more spell amp, so he can quickly push stuff out and try and do damage from afar. You still get the spell amp when you're not involved, and as a support, you can't really be in the engagement because you don't have mobility items.
And I guess the other thing too is that, like, holding on to that Bassi casually, he's got 3.3 mana regen, which isn't bad. And if he has like a Clarity or something running at the same time, you know, getting into these things, it's going to sustain his mana for a longer period of time. Definitely.
But they really want eggs.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Pretty good.
That is quite the item on that hero.
And check off box A. And surely we're moving on to box number B. You'll find that in the mid lane, looking out the right side of your cabin. Twilight Eye holding the high ground, awaiting any sort of a target and making his presence very known.
Yeah. But there's not much you can do to that. Like, you know that this rotation is going to be coming as Fnatic just walk down towards mid, and their out spam is pretty limited. Like, you've got these heroes that can kind of do it, but they become endangered when you have a Winter Wyvern that can initiate from so far away and set up something like a Winter's Curse.
At least he's running out of mana.
Yeah. That's something.
Top lane, though, the Necropho's out all alone.
Oh, no. Yang.
Looks like he'll be okay, though. I don't think they can get a Shackle. Some harass.
They do start to rotate in to see if they can defend against this. Fade, Invis.
This is a good smoke, because they know there's 2 heroes not here.
Now they have the jump forward. Oh, the blink away, though. He couldn't find him. And now Universe running as well. DJ with the quick fingers. And now they're in kind of an awkward spot.
They have the Soul Shikuchi. Very valuable DDC, trying to find a big play with a lift.
Gotta be careful, though. The time-lapse gets the Weaver away from Yang before they can find a kill. DJ kills off DDC, and now looking for more. They can still turn with the Reaper's Sight, but the long-duration silence on Yang. The turnaround, can they kill him off? It's only the Aegis. Freeze now also found. They don't bring down Abed. They don't think they're going to bring down Envy yet, at least. Oh, wait, no, the turnaround. Oh, with the Winter's Curse! They turn it! He is still caught there, but the Shackle 2 bursts as well! They're destroying him, DJ! Have mercy, my man!
And Universe running. He's just walking through these fights now. Universe went a little bit too deep after losing that Aegis.
Oh no, but DJ is here looking for the Shackles. Has he gone too far? The absolute madman kills off DDC, a triple kill.
Oh, give him the taunt, baby.
For the support.
That's second triple kill of the game.
Is he not done? He's thinking about it, but with Fade coming back in, all right, he's back.
Oh, he just gets a regen rune. I mean, yeah, you should be rewarded for play like that. That's fair.
Top damage on his team. And, I mean, they forced the buyback into dieback on the Rubik.
2 triple kills. This guy.
Unbelievable. It's, again, a movement from VGJ Thunder. They feel like they need to make something happen on the map.
Yeah. This is what we were looking for last game, the DJ Windranger, and wondering, you know, is it dead? Is it not coming back for TI? But Drow certainly opens the window. He's just played this hero so much in the past couple months.
Yeah.
Very comfortable with the shackles that he's showing off.
Take down that ward quickly before it despawns. And meanwhile, Fnatic, after taking the fight in the jungle, are up 5,000 net worth, but more importantly, at experience around 7,500. Looking towards trying to potentially close out the rest of these tier 2 towers. God, he's got Blink Maelstrom.
This is beautiful blue glow from the clarity I'm seeing. This is very nice. Okay, I like it. Nice ambient effect here. Clarities are so strong, they now affect your cosmetics.
Hey. Oh.
All right, what do we do? All right, we got an Atos on a Necrophos. Is this scary? Can this do something? I think so. It's pretty strong. He's tanky. He's got the Veil. Who do we target with that? Visage is so beefy.
Look, did you see Envy's items? He's got a branch butterfly Aquila.
He's not involved, you know?
Yeah.
He stood in a fight. Like, he spent, what, 20 minutes? I mean, he left the lane, he just farmed jungle for so long while his team fought, and he didn't have to buy any build-up items.
Blink forward, finding one. It is on a pile like that. It's a good target if they could take him down. Cold Embrace is dead. The Shackle not going to keep their buddies alive as VGJ Thunder streaming forward, wanted to make something happen. It looks like that's the end of the fight, but it's a kill, and it's something on the board for them.
Everyone else is just a bit too high on the old HP to really get the chase down with the Bloodseeker, but it's such a minimal gain, too. Next plan here is the flowchart was broken pretty nicely, right? With the first Aegis, they lost it in that fight, even though it was a really nice fight and they got the triple kills and stuff. Didn't actually gain them all that much for the side of Fnatic because they also had their own losses going right back, and they were ahead by a lot. So currently, things are slowing down at a very good pace for VGJ Thunder, and they're going to need that next Aegis just to close out the tier 2 and the tier 3, which means they'll probably have to wait till Refresher Shard to go high ground, unless there's obviously some big pick-offs or something from VJ, and he's looking to create them by thinking about a Scythe after this Blink Maelstrom.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks really good. And I think that that's one of the things, too, that we talked about is, like, this is the hero that sort of makes the engine of the Fnatic draft run, where they need to find those pickoffs before they can go for anything big. But, you know what? Maybe you don't need it. Just get Universe to kill off the Zeus in the mid lane. There is still tier 2 towers to be taken, and Roche possible to respawn in a minute and a half.
Well, DJ will just keep his side push going by himself. It's one of those pushes that is unnoticeable as well, right? You just keep power shotting from the fog like this.
Yeah. It's really annoying. And I mean, he does step up to the creep wave every now and then, but even if he is up there, like the blink dagger away, we've seen his reaction. Sylar looking for the pick. He has a blink himself, but immediately away.
Yeah, just way too slow of a hero to try that play. You saw it once, didn't work out. Pretty generous offering to DJ. Shikuchi, nice play by DDC.
I run away from it. Birds go forward, hit the tower a couple times, back out again.
This is the instant find Weaver, steal Shikuchi, and smoke up. So he's going to run into his heroes down here. Yep, and we're smoking. Oh, Rubik players, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. This is why you pick this hero. You need to abuse the Shikuchi. This is your initiation right now.
Oh, Pele dies invis though. If they break their smoke here, oh, they find him though, and that's going to be the initial turn around. They find the Rubik starting to fall down low. The rest of the team can't get into the range. DEC is down low already, as is Sylar. The Rupture is out onto one. The Cold Embrace as he was TPing. Oh, maybe a little bit of miscommunication. They want to take this impossible to jump forward. The stun is out. The Reaper Sight to follow, but Universe is in, as well as the Silence on it too. There's a lot of damage coming in. They managed to find themselves another kill. Long duration silence from that Gust as DJ is running away. DJ and DDC battling off power. Very close to taking him out.
Yeah, and Envy just can't do quite enough damage yet. Even though he has this butterfly, like, you have to stand perfectly in these fights and try and get off his right clicks, but you have the evasion that was there for the Wraith King. Really helped him out. There's a Vanguard on the Necrophos. So they can survive for now.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely the... Oh, no, they caught him again. Is this enough damage, though? He's got Ghost Shroud and 20 stick charges. There's no way Yang's dying.
No, yeah, and DJ realizes that.
I mean, you saw there in that last fight the strength that VGJ Thunder can get on top of all these heroes, and with the Zeus going towards an Aghanim Scepter, this is only going to be accentuated as this game goes on. It feels like, again, this is not as bad of a stomp as we had last game. and potentially you have a way out if you're VGJ Thunder.
Yeah, it just comes down to Roche. I mean, that fight was almost best case scenario for Fnatic, aside from the fact that Abed's TP got canceled. Like, they fully isolated the Wraith King. He took a ton of damage. The curse had to be used just on a Rubik with a Necrophos hitting him. Didn't give you any kills.
Right.
And, yeah, so things look kind of okay. But if there's any sort of a fight for Fnatic where, you know, maybe they're the ones initiating or something, things will still look pretty bad for VGJ Thunder, one would imagine.
Now, Blade Mail, BKB completed for Freeze. It does matter, but when so much of the damage is just pure right clicks coming in, it's not like the most amazing thing in the world. As the Crimson Guard has done, that is the most amazing thing in the world. Gotta love that block.
Yeah, you really need it against drought lineups. One of the best items. They're holding the area of Roche. Just kind of pushing down mid, trying to scare tier 1. This would be a solid grab with the Skellies.
Yeah. They'll stay here until the end of time.
Just Glimmer on the Wyvern for now. No other mobility items.
Man, Splinter Blast. What an ability. Look at this thing. It's like the creep wave is basically dead.
Every 7 seconds. Good hero.
Yeah, all of these heroes that Fnatic have, it feels like they're kind of the top tier picks in a way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, obviously Necrophos is really, really solid, but...
so is Wraith King and Bloodseeker.
Yeah,
and
I guess
Zeus,
that's true.
That's
fair.
Now, mind you, the synergy's a little bit stronger on the Radiant side, I would argue. Other than the Bloodseeker Zeus. They're pretty cool together, but... So really what we're saying is, you know, Rubik sucks. Look at this not total tier 1 hero.
Yeah.
Garbage. You know what he needs? An Arcana. These players picking the hero, trying to get him buffs. Bless you. Bless you, DDC, for sacrificing your game.
This is the way it's got to be. It needs to happen for the people, really. And for the hero. He's getting towards a Blink Dagger soon as well. Now, maybe change his game a bit.
Yeah, makes it a lot more likely that he'll be able to get the Winner's Curse.
Is that the top steal this game?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a drought lineup. Winner Wyvern is the ultimate counter to a drought lineup, which is also a great reason why they picked this first. Maybe could have been considering that the whole time.
Yeah. So Dragonlance done for the Weaver, as well as BKB a while ago, getting towards that Lincoln Sphere. Also level 20 talent, which can be nifty. Sylar. Very far forward, away from the rest of his team, but Yang moving in behind. They have the Purge to follow it up as well, as it can be used onto Yang if he uses that Ghost Shroud. Already slowing him, but they kill off the Helm of the Dominator Creep. Sylar jumps forward, finds Pylite Die. I don't know if that's really where you want to be. The Winner's Curse to turn it back around. They're isolating the rest of these targets. A long duration silence, and he walks into the taunt. Fade not dead because of it, though, as Sylar starting to fall down now. Universe going to town, seeing if he can kill up any of these heroes. The time lapse back. Great play, and the shackle onto 2 is going to keep them controlled, but he does get the Ghost Shroud out. They need to find the stuns follow-up, but the silence onto those birds as well for the moment because of the Blood Right. They can get it the second time through. Freeze, pops his BKB, now trying to chase. Rooted for the moment is Envy. They try and kill him up, but it's not quite enough damage with the Reaper's Scythe, and instead it is going to be VGJ Thunder running away, licking their wounds.
DDC went in with 3 HP. Wow, that creep wave could not have come at a better moment to slow down that power shot.
Jeez, that was very nuts. I think that this, again, is one of those moments where you love going in with the Wraith King, but that Winner's Curse.
They're just trying to start a fight on their own terms, and they're hoping they can, like, force a curse out or something into, like, a bad situation, but it's just not enough. And so, easy Roche secure.
9,000 net worth lead. Experience also heading that way. And Scythe on the horizon for this Wind Ranger, who has eclipsed the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, she's starting to get a little bit too close. And look at Envy too, by the way, in terms of like his game. I mean, I know he's just been farming the jungle for the vast majority of it. He's got involved in 12 of the 23 kills for his team, but it's kind of his role. Just stay alive, provide aura, let everyone else farm, give DJ a sick game.
Yeah,
and that's what he's done. And we're giving the tomes over to Visage, of course. Try and get up to level 20. More so 25, honestly. Oh, is he going to give it over to Weaver? You know, nice.
Is he?
I don't know. Courier's going to it. Nah, he's not.
This is mine. Yeah, it's just giving him his Lincoln Sphere.
And that's Eggs for Visage.
Goodness. Big old items all around. Needs a little bit more gold, but yeah, it's going to be there.
Guys, who farmed the Ancients? Help me out here.
They got it. It's coming over. Give him the extra bird. Beautiful. DDC trying to hide away here. See if he can stop the inevitability, which is a push with the Drow lineup. An 11,000 net worth lead. 30 minutes into this game. And again, this feels in a way like Fnatic. Oh, DDC!
That would have been a really bad pickoff because they're set to go high ground here right now. They have double catapults going. I don't think they're going to leave, even though they're still the tier 2 in the mid lane. And so a pickoff on DDC would have been devastating. He would have had to use his buyback, and that would slow down his Blink Dagger by another 400 gold.
Yeah. Tier 3 tower being assaulted.
Drow Aura was just popped, so they would like to get the most use out of it as possible.
Shackle, Yang, they're focusing the tower, though. It just drops so quickly when that Drow Aura, look at the damage on Yang! He didn't stand a chance. Now Sylar turned upon as well. They popped the Thunder God's Wrath, but it's not nearly enough damage. And with the Arctic Burn coming in, that's 1 life from Sylar. Can they find him a second time, though? They have the silence out as well, but it's a 3-person stun from Abed. DDC is gone. See you later, bro. As they chase down and find the Shackle onto the creep that was already dead in the grave. Nothing is going to save you from DJ as they take down that tier 3 tower.
Can anybody even touch Eternal Envy and turn off this aura? The answer's no. It's just going. He's just back here like, okay, you guys got this? I would love to keep giving you a stupid amount of damage. You know, adding 100 damage to catapult's pretty nice.
And the melee barracks is down as they do get the cold embrace. Abed living through it for the moment. A lot of damage coming out as they find themselves another kill. The Winter's Curse is there as well. They're going to have the follow-up stun. Rupture Please as another Shackle is there. The buybacks. VGJ Thunder cannot handle the pressure, and GG is called.
Third pick Drow, and an excellent draft. VGJ Thunder not able to find answers whatsoever. I don't think they had a very solid game plan against the strategy. I don't really like the heroes they went for. I guess it was just a risky